Our Plant Stories has been nominated as a finalist in the Independent Podcast Awards in a new category called Environment and Natural World. I'll let you know how we get on. Thanks to all those who are regular supporters of the podcast with their commitment to buying a monthly coffee. And to Anne, who also sent some caffeine my way this month, all of which goes towards paying for this podcast, the hosting platform and the editing programme. The link is in the show notes. And now, a plant story. In the next episode of Our Plant Stories podcast on the 8th of July, we'll be talking yuccas. Let me set the scene. It's December 1976. Faye Ballard is on her way home from her first term at university. Her dad was the writer, J.G. Ballard.
And I went into Brighton and thought, what shall I buy my dad for Christmas? And I decided to buy him a very small yucca plant from Marks and Spencer's. I mean, it was probably about a foot high in total with the pot, plastic pot. I probably didn't expect to see the plant again because, my father loved writing and that's what he wanted to do. And I didn't think he would want to spend much time watering a plant. However, in Shepperton, there was a small garage where he'd always get his petrol. And every time he went, he bought a little bottle of baby bio. He'd bring it back and he would then decant the whole bottle into the pot, I guess with some water. And he used to laugh and joke with me that this was the way of feeding and caring for the plant. And it grew and grew and grew. So it almost became a sort of monster.
Did anyone else get given a yucca, like Colin Smith, who now holds a national collection of them?
It was a present to my wife from Marks and Spencer's, of all places. But that arrived in, I suppose 1988. That was the first, arguably the first one in the collection.
And I remember Marks and Spencer's being full of yuccas. And I've been thinking ever since, why did Marks and Spencer's think it was a good idea to sell yuccas?
Because it was green, small, hardy, and indestructible.
Sir Stuart Rose, former chief executive and chairman of M&S. He joined as a management trainee in 1972.
And they sold my hotcakes. It was just one of those things that it became a sort of, I must have an item. You've got a yucca plant, I must have a yucca plant. Oh, where did you get that yucca plant? I bought it at Marks and Spencer. This was a time of great change. And people want change, and they want newness, and they want innovation, they want excitement. And the innovative thing at the time was the yucca plant.
We'll be talking all things yucca. With Faye, what happened to her dad's monster yucca? With Sir Stuart Rose, where were they all coming from? And with Colin, who has about 100 different species, subspecies, hybrids and cultivars, which ones should we be growing? And if you have a yucca story, I'd love to know. Just drop me an email, sally@ourplantstories.com.